Hey guys, welcome back. Let's talk about the lesson for today. The objective of this lesson is to solve word problems that involve equations with variables on both sides. So let's look at our first problem. So first problem says find the value of h so that the figures have the same area. So we want to have the two shapes to have the same area. So let's start by trying to creating an equation. So I want the area of the rectangle to equal the area of the triangle. So for this we need to remember the formulas of these two shapes. So for the rectangle or a square, you always have the base times the length. So and for the triangle, it's 1/2 times the base times the height. So let's start on the left side. So like I said, the area of a rectangle is base times the height, and this should equal the area of the triangle. So the area of the triangle is always 1/2 times the base times the height. So now that we have letters or variables, we can replace them with the information that we have from the problem itself. So for the area of the rectangle, I know that the base is 2, and the height is not a number, but it's a letter, which happens to be the same letter as the formula, which is h, but it could have been x, y, or another letter. So the base, we're going to replace it with 2, and then the h with h. Now let's go to the right side. So we're going to keep the 1/2, and the base of the triangle is 10, and the height of the triangle, how tall the triangle is h minus 3. So like I said, let's keep the 1/2 times the base, which we said is 10, and then times the height, which is, I'm gonna put it in parentheses because it's not just one single digit, it's an h minus 3. So now let's simplify the fraction. So the fraction we have is the 1/2 times the 10. So remember when we said we multiply fractions, we can multiply the top numbers. So 1 times 10 is 10, and we'll keep the 2 on the bottom. And then we'll keep the h minus 3 in parentheses because we haven't used that yet. And then the 2 and the h also. We can still simplify the fraction. So 10 divided by 2 will give us a whole number, which is good. Keep the 2h. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now we have h minus 3 inside the parentheses. So it's getting simpler. We're making it look better. Now we have the 5, so we need to get rid of the parentheses. To do that, you need to simplify or distribute the 5 inside the parentheses. So 5 times h is 5h, and then 5 times 3 or negative 3 will be minus 15 or negative 15, and then keep the 2h. We look at the variables, so 2h and 5h, the smallest one. In this case, the trick doesn't work, so we're going to do minus 5h and minus 5h on both sides. So the 5h's cancel. 2 minus 5 is negative 3h, and then we have negative 15 on the right side. And the last step is to get rid of the negative 3, so divide by negative 3. The negative 3's, we get 1, so they cross out, bring down the h. And then negative 15 divided by negative 3 will give us a positive, which is positive 5. So that means that these two shapes have the same area when h equals 5. So if I were to find the area of those two shapes and replace the h with 5, I would get the same area, which in this case happens to be 10. So when h equals 5, these two shapes have an area of 10. And that's what you have to do for these problems. Alright, so now it's your turn. In the assignments category, click on Notes 2.4 Example 4 Word Problem. It's going to open a Google form. It's only one problem, and it's very similar to the one we just did. So solve the equation, find the answer, and that's it for this assignment. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be able to help you.